Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another video. I didn't think I'd be getting into this again. So, shock, horror. I have started streaming again. I know, right? I didn't ever think I would, if I'm honest. I'm still not entirely happy with Hearthstone, if, truth be told, but I do miss this. I've tried a few other different things. One of them was a new golfer's guide, actually, which did really well. I need to get back into that now summer's coming. Anyway, you don't need to know about that. You need to you're here because you want to know about Hearthstone. I have got a deck I want to share with you. Let's go in, take a look.
They will never catch me.
So you guys know the whole premise of my old channel, of what I used to do, was to go completely off meta. Not just taking a strong deck and changing a few cards. I mean, completely off meta. That's what I've tried to do. Obviously, the latest round of nerfs hit not so long ago and slaughtered Demon Hunter. Well, the only sort of viable-ish deck that was Demon Hunter. So naturally, that's where I went to. Actually, when you look at like HS Replay, things like that, the worst three performing decks are Warlock, Warrior, and Shaman, which I find really difficult because Warrior's got some really good cards, and Shaman with the Evolve mechanic has got some really good plays, or really good, things to do. And Warlock, Warlock's in a bit of a grey area. The last video I brought you guys was the Mill Warlock. It has changed a little bit since then. Obviously, the nerf to the defense crystal has meant changes needed, but you've still got Plated Beetle. You can still mill your opponent. It's a very complicated deck to play still, but I've still got an over 50% win rate with it. So, but I turned my attention away from that after the nerfs because that was, primarily we were only playing that to beat Demon Hunters. So, I went to this. The only other really viable deck list that you've got in the meta today is the Crewmate Demon Hunter. So that's what I've built. Now, I have been tinkering with this tonight, and I did stream, like I say. I've not gone back to Twitch. I've not gone back to Facebook. I've not gone back to YouTube, simply because I haven't got the confidence yet to go back on there. So I've started on Kick. Yeah, I need to get back into it. I'm still not fully kosher with it. We'll see whether, I don't know if this is going to stick, is basically what I'm trying to say, guys, but I have enjoyed streaming. I did. So I'm going to try and do that a couple of times a week now. And so what I've done is I've clipped a VOD of one of the gameplay videos tonight, and that's what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to go through this deck as that gameplay starts, and then we'll fade in to that. I think we'll try to do it that way, so we'll see. So here's the gameplay from the stream, and whilst that starts, I am going to go through this deck list. So I have got again, I've tinkered with this a little bit. It was a little bit greedier than it is now, but this deck, again, not a massive sample size, but they were all mostly wins, so it's all good. I've got 2 headhunts simply because this thing puts a crewmate in our hand. That's what we want. We want crewmates. I've got 2 copies of red card. Can be clutch in certain situations if you want to hit someone in the face. Can also be clutch if you need to get to a minion that's behind a taunt, or you just want to buy yourself some time to develop your hand or develop a board so that you can deal with a minion that's on the board. So I think the gameplay I'm going to show you now is either going to be the priest or the shaman. And in both matches, you will see me use this on a minion that you probably think, oh, you shouldn't have done that, Dave, but it was for a good reason. I've got 2 Starlight Wanderers. Battlecry, the next Draenei you play gets +2/+1. Obviously, all the crewmates are Draenei, so this is about the only viable class that you've got for Draenei, to be fair. They never added anything else to it, no support. It was, to be honest, I think it was a bit of a dud expansion, the Great Dark Beyond, but, we've got what we've got. So it's a good 1-drop. We've got the Battlecry as well, which gives us, just something to do later in the game, gives us a benefit later on down the line. We've got Tusk Piercer in here as well. The only Death Rattle minions that we run are the Commanders and the Fell Hunters. We really want the commanders. That's what we're looking for. That's what you're hard mull for, is the commanders, because as soon as we start popping off with this thing, then it just snowballs. We get Velen down, that dies. We get big hands, we keep developing big boards, we win games. So we've then got emergency meeting. Get 2 crewmates, you put a demon in the middle, so it gives you a little bit. To be honest, that break is good. We want that break kept there sometimes, simply because when you play, you don't want to empty your hand completely. You need to have that break so that you only summon 2 or 3 minions at a time, because if they deal with them, you just reload. You want to try and bait as much removal out of your opponent as you can, so that they can't just deal with a big board of same statted minions. For example, with something like Corpse Explosion, that just annihilates you, you're left with no plays, you lose the game. So sometimes that break in the middle is good, because you're only going to summon 2 or 3, hopefully 3 crewmates at once. We've got Grim Harvest, card draw. We want card draw. Card draw is good. We've got 2 Stranded Spacemen. Really, really good. It gives us a rush minion, so we can try and fight back on board if we need to. Again, with the 4/4s, this is pretty clutch in certain situations. We've got the Voronoi Recruiter. This puts a 4/4 in our hand. This is what we want. We want to be buffing as many minions as we can. Crimson Commander, again, MVP. This is the one that you are looking for. You want to get this down. You want to get this killed as quickly as possible. So that's going to help us further down the line with cards like Return Policy and the Ravenous Fell Hunter. I've got 2 copies of Infiltrate. I've played against a lot of aggression just lately, and this is a good way of, again, dealing with leeches. It just helps in certain situations. I was thinking of cutting this, but to be honest, against hunters, aggressive priest, DKs, this is just a really good card to have in your pocket. So I couldn't bring myself to cut it. I've got 1 copy of Paraglide. Very odd one, but sometimes, again, if you empty your hand because you've not got that break in your crewmates, you need to reload. Paraglide is a good way of doing that. And sometimes, if you're playing against a greedy deck, again, like Dragon Priest, then Paraglide is a really good way to hopefully mill them some cards. Key cards is a good thing. Return Policy, like I say, insane. Deirdre is an odd one. We want to play her because she's awesome. At the same time, we don't want to fill our hand with random stuff. So, funny one, Deirdre. But obviously she's in here because we get the crewmates, and that's what we want. Sometimes you'll find that you've not got that many crewmates in your hand. So at the right time, she can be good. We've got Kane in here. Again, I think the gameplay you're going to see now, both against the Shaman or the Priest, whichever one I show you, Kanye won the game for us. So, he's just in there because he's pretty awesome. We've got Lord Xavius. Again, I keep coming back to it. Crimson Commander is the card we're really looking for. But sometimes you've killed a commander and you want to find your Fell Hunter. So getting that Dark Gift, sometimes you get them reborn. If you can get the Fell Hunter with the reborn, with full health, full enchantments, whatever, that's insane. So we get loads of buffs to really juice up our Velen. All good, all good. I've got Overlord Runthak because, again, a board full of 5/5s is better than a board full of 4/4s. A board full of 6/6s is better than a board full of 5/5s. You get the impression. It turns out that the stat line on this is sometimes really difficult for your opponent to deal with, and he can stick around for a turn or two, which really helps because the game, again, both games, either the Shaman or the Priest, or the Warrior. No, we lost to the Warrior. But those extra health or attack buffs to Kanye won us the game, pure and simple. So, and that was only down to Overlord Runthak. So I do feel validated in having him in this deck. I've got the Fell Hunters, like I say, and then we've got Velen, leader of the Exiled. I was running the Fell Bats, but that was far too greedy because sometimes you hit the Fell Hunter, sometimes you hit Velen. It's insane because you end up with a board full of like 20 crewmates. But not ideal. It's just too slow, too greedy in the current meta anyway. So we cut him, and we managed to squeeze in the red cards. Actually, is what I put in for that. So there you go, guys. I will now hand back over to me playing this game. Probably not the best commentary. Again, streaming for, this was only the second time streaming in like 5 years. No, it's not 5 years, I think 3 years. So I'm a little bit rusty, go easy on me. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the gameplay. Don't judge me for my misplays because there were a couple, not gonna lie. And I will be streaming again on Kick very, very soon. So I'll hand over. See you later. Wow, he is rocking. Why has he got 12 cards left? Let's do
There
that.
appears to be no signs of intelligent life.
This dark above the light of their hostile.
Enough time.
I changed my mind halfway through that then, as you saw.
Stand with me.
That's okay.
Large bolt without iron.
Take that. Full heal. I know he's going to have like a repackage or something.
Runic strike!
Communications reporting in. Our crew could always use another hand. Welcome to the crew.
Okay. If he just plays the 10-10 now, he's got 2 Protoss cards. If they're the rushers, 5/5 rushers, he'll take out the 10-9, I would imagine. That is fucking amazing. So I've got 25 with Kanye, with hero power. Unless he got the destroyer minion, actually. Not Shadow Word Ruin, not Shadow Word Ruin, not Shadow Word Ruin, not Shadow Word Ruin. Is that better? Sorry, guys.
Annihilation.
Okay, so unfortunately, oh, 27. That's lethal.
Hide behind your servants. I will still find you. Found you. Are you with me? Communications missed.
Oh. So there you go. Runethack came clutch, because if not, we wouldn't have had enough.